Lexus IS200. It is a 2-litre engine, 6-cylinder car with a straight engine, so that means it's facing north and south as opposed to sideways. It's rear-wheel drive. It's got climate control, power windows, leather seats, all the mod cons you'd expect from a modern luxury vehicle. It's got 6-speed transmission. This one's a manual. It's got alloy wheels, cool headlights that will adjust up and down depending on your car's ride. It's got a pretty Boss sound system. Yeah, it's a pretty good car overall. This is the 3rd car I've owned, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've had it now for 5 years, and it's definitely served me well. This car was originally from Germany, so it's been imported to Australia, and it's in miles. So I've done 99,180 miles in this car, so almost 100,000 miles. So that's around the 160,000 kilometre mark, and still going good. Nothing really wrong with the car at all, nothing major. Had the timing belts recently changed, so they're all good to go. And I'm just cutting laps now in Darwin. So this is coming around to Mitchell Street, which is the main sort of nightlife sort of part of the city. And it's also where the CBD is located for the Darwin itself. Got a couple of high rises. It's nothing too big. There's fancy restaurants here or there, a couple of pubs, there's some clubs as well. It's got everything a small city such as Darwin needs and you'd expect. And it's also got some weird drivers, like this guy here. Oh, it's got a sunroof as well. Let me just open that. It goes back to 2 positions. Fully rearward and like almost rearward. I think it so it doesn't mess up your hair. Economy wise in this car, being a car in miles, it usually sits around the 40 miles per gallon mark, which is about 6 or 7 litres per 100 kilometres. Although it might be 12. I'll need to check that. If it's any different, it'll be in a comment. Yeah, so this is Darwin. Saturday night. We even got a cinema here where you can watch those latest films. And Darwin is growing, it's getting larger. It means that there's more high rises mainly in the city, and the suburban areas are sprawling out with single or double story houses. It's very expensive to live here. A lot of people that do live here share accommodation, and if you compared it to say Sydney for cost of living, you know, you could get a view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge for the same price as you'd get for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment here in the inner city. You don't get as much bang for your buck, but a lot of people that live in Darwin have high paying jobs so they can afford that lifestyle, but a lot of us are not that fortunate. So today is March 2015. Fuel is about $1.29.7 from that United. This guy here didn't even indicate around that roundabout for unleaded fuel. This guy here just casually walking across the road, not caring the world. It's a pretty laid back lifestyle, but when it comes to driving, I think it's a little bit too laid back. People out of here in Darwin, population is about 130 odd thousand people, and it's spread out. They don't really have that exposure of people driving around in big cities. Their extent is driving here in the city at 60 kilometres or going out to Stewart Highway, which goes from 70 to 80, 100 and then 130. And then the closest town really to Darwin is Catherine, which is about 2.5 hours drive away. So the exposure really isn't that good to various things. It's very limited. These guys here is definitely tailgating. Not even a fraction of a second between those two. Change lane and then indicated ones. Now, a lot of people up here just don't get it, eh? They're all in a rush when they're driving, but everything up here is so laid back and slow that what's 10 minutes worth, you know? Nothing's going to get delivered quicker. Your parcel isn't going to appear quicker in your mailbox. You still got to wait a week for it. Overnight delivery, well, it's overnight plus one. You know, it's remote here. And the remoteness also affects the hospitals. The hospital facility here is not equipped to handle massive amounts of accidents, you know. Like, sure, they probably got the best doctors in Australia up here for all I know, but as far as I'm concerned, why put yourself at risk unneededly, especially if the medical facilities are probably not up to the scratch of a major city? Driving up Boyder Road on Fanny Bay, heading towards the wet spot. You'd think that would be a joke. No, that's legitly the truth. There's some weird names up here. But we're not going to go to the wet spot. I'm just going to go up here. Yeah, so the car sounds really nice when you accelerate, and it's not overly loud that when you're just cruising around that it's massively loud. Like if I turn the aircon off and just coast along, you can barely hear the car. It handles lovely. Like you can turn pretty sharply and the suspension just rolls with it. Handles are quite nice. It's got traction control and snow mode. So if you do dump the clutch around the corner and it's loose gravel, it does slide out. Like it's got enough power if you've dumped it and put it in the gear, as with most rear-wheel drive cars. But the traction control is pretty quick to kick in. Pretty safe. when I first got up here to Darwin during the wet season, during the wet season, I did spin out of control around a corner once, because it was just the first time it had rained up here all year, and as the wet season just rolled in. That was another Lexus, different model, and yeah, it spun out and did a 180 out around a corner. I was changing gear at the same time, and I didn't really know, like, this is the first rear-wheel drive car I've driven, so it was a big learning curve for that moment. Could have wrecked my car, but I was pretty lucky. Just scratched my rims, really. ABS in the car as well, that's pretty good. It works brilliantly. I did get one of my ABS sensors swapped out recently, it's just getting a bit old. Actually, I might have got both of them, I can't remember. What is this, Mordor? Darwin Ski Club. Meals and drinks. I might have dinner there once, so one day. Seems a bit packed at the moment. A couple of nice motorcycles there. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people. It's the weekend, they've been going around on their boats and whatnot. Come there for a nice meal with their family. This is Darwin this way, so this should take us to Darwin. We'll go the Mindle Beach way. Nice to drive. The aircon on. So this is Mindle Beach, where they do lots of market stalls during dry season only. Now it's currently still the wet season, but next month is the dry season and they'll be opening up markets. So every Thursday night and Sunday night they'll have market stalls here. There's a big area of... Where am I going? Well, does it say no entry? Well, this guy's doing it. It's because it's one way. Once again, I'm an idiot driver doing the wrong thing. Mindle Beach is a quite popular tourist destination for markets, and they have them in the evenings, which is nice. It's a lot cooler, and another good thing is you get to watch the sunset, which is quite nice, because this beach faces the west. It's a bit weird in the north of Australia that the beach faces the west, but it does, and it's a nice view. I won't actually get out the car to show you the beach. The sun's probably set almost over the horizon. Yeah, the sun's already set. It's getting pretty dark. See if we can run into that driver. They're going the wrong direction in the one-way street. So if you go to the markets, there's taxi stands down here. So if you get a taxi, this is the end that they will drop you off. And markets aren't on tonight, but they don't let you drive into it when the markets are on, where I'm going in now. This is all blocked off with market stalls and whatnot. They got security patrols going around, so it's pretty safe. Nice sound. I'll open the window actually. Let's hear it again. It's third gear. Not too slow for the gear, but you hear this. There you have it, folks, Mendel Beach. So I like the steering wheel in this car. Probably can't really see it, but it's nice leather. It grips nice. It's got these lugs on there that you can put your hands on when you're holding it. Fits perfectly. Yeah. Smoothly glide it around. It's good. I like it. It's got a horn button in the middle, which has also got the ABS airbag in there. There's airbag over here, airbags in the curtains, airbags in the seats, airbags everywhere. So it's pretty safe. Hopefully we'll never have to use them. Another option this car comes with, and this has got it, is heated seat warmers. I don't need them here in Darwin because I don't want to get my bum toasted, but colder climates works brilliantly. I used to live in Toowoomba, which is west of Brisbane, and it gets pretty cold there in winter, and putting that on in a cold morning, driving to work, it was nice. You sit down in a nice warm seat, and it warms up pretty quick. This has also got adjustable seats, all electronic with motors. So you can slide the seat back and forth. You can adjust like the cushioning in the seat, tilt it back and forth, and both in the part you lean against and the bit your bum sits on. It's quite good. It's got automatic headlights that will come on. Doesn't have automatic windscreen wipers, but if it's raining you can just flick the button to do that. It does have the squirter things that squirt the windows when you want to wash your window, but it also activates with another button if your headlights are on, the squirters to squirt your headlights. Wow, that was a mouthful. So it can squirt your headlights, and this car is this is 2014, 2004 model, and it's 2015 now, so it's 11 years old. But you wouldn't think it was 11 years old. It's been well looked after, plus it's a good quality car, so it retains its appeal and look. You don't see many of them, so it's not like you seeing a Commodore or a Falcon just driving around. You see them everywhere and you just get sick of them. They might be nice cars when they first come out, but 10 years down the track will it still look how this one looks in 10 years, you know? It's got electric mirrors, so you can adjust them, and it's also got an electric motor in the mirrors, so if you want to fold them in, you can. You just hit the button and they fold in. I call it fat mode, so if you park in the car park and you're worried someone will just bump into you, that's how you can fix it. Drag racing a Commodore, drag racing a Camry, I think it is. It's got pretty much the same acceleration as a Camry until you hit about 80, then that's when it really takes off. So the variable valve timing in the engine, it likes to sit at around 3000 for the efficiency. Any higher than that, that's when you start to lose your efficiency in the engine, but you will gain in speed and performance because it's got heaps of torque. It's geared pretty high. You can be going 130, or this, you can be going 100 on the highway in 6th gear, so the highest gear you've got, and the revs will be about 3000 revs, which is pretty high, but you've still got that responsiveness and you've still got that torque. Basically, you can accelerate even more. You quickly gain speed if you wanted to. This is the 2-litre version, and it's got more than enough power. There is a 3-litre version which has got a bit more juice, which is pretty good if that's what you're into. You wouldn't turbo this car or anything, you'd get the 3-litre version if you wanted to put a turbo on or something like that. Yeah, let's do a lap around here. So it effortlessly goes up a hill. I'll just drop it down to 2nd around here. It sounds lovely. It's not too loud, it's not too quiet. It's like a perfect balance. I did quite well with the exhaust. Someone looked out the window there. I just wanted to look at the car. It's a good car. I rate it. So it's IS200. The IS stands for International Sports, which is a bit of a mouthful, but that's what they came up with. Now, it's Lexus, which is the luxury division of Toyota, so you know it's definitely built to last. It's good quality, they're expensive to buy, they retain their value, and they're pretty good. I picked this up second hand about 5 years ago. No, about 4 years ago actually. I paid $14,000 for it. You probably pick them up now for $8,000, maybe $9,000, depending on what options you got. If you didn't get the leather interior or whatever, then you'd get it a lot cheaper. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this car, and definitely will last a while and get a lot of entertainment and fun out of it. So yeah, if you're looking at getting this car, I'd recommend it. It's pretty good. So thank you very much for watching. It's time for me to end this video now. You have a good day or night. Oh, that's what it does when you put it in reverse. It beeps like that, so you know it's in reverse. You can't hear it outside, it's just inside. It's a little thing, so you're not embarrassing people with the beep, but you know it's in reverse. It's got the first gear up here. Alright, so if you like this video, please put down a comment. If you'd like any other review of the car, if you want to know anything about it, I'm by no means an expert, but I've owned this car for a while, so hopefully I can answer the question or put in a video for you. So, all parked up. Thank you very much. See ya.